So teams now getting into positions here. Still no team list as of yet here for Seville, so we'll try and figure that out as we go. But nonetheless, we are in the centre. The ball is with Seville. They'll take the centre pass. And we're underway here at Seville. And it is Seville with the ball at the moment. My worst nightmare here without knowing the actual team list at the moment. But they've got the ball inside the attacking third here for the time being. And just passing the ball around, just trying to work it forward. They just can't seem to do that just yet. Another couple of backward passes. And that's knocked away beautifully there that time by Seville Lehman Rhodes. And it's Seville with the ball now at the moment. And again, still not able to make it work. Eventually they do. So this will be the first shot of the goal. First shot of goal for the game here. And that does work out. And so the score here at the moment is 1-0 the way of Seville. And this here in the centre is Jamie Scott, who gets the ball moving up there to Logan Nianair. And she gets it in very quickly there that time to Lalanting. So Lalanting this to level the scores, make it 1-1. And she puts it through. Just what Emerald needed. So scores 1-1 here at Emerald. And it's back in the centre here with Seville. Just moving the ball sideways. It was a slow build-up last time. This seems to be a much quicker one. And just working it around here, but they're going to hold on to the ball for the time. Seville, I thought they'd lost it there, but they retain possession. A couple of 1-2 passes here. It was knocked away there momentarily by Jasmine Ray, but it's going to be another shot at goal here for Seville, and they put it through and they get the lead back again. It's 2-1 here, the way of Seville, early on in this Division 1A grade clash. And once again, Jamie Scott out in the centre. And it passes cut off straight away, and Seville can swing into attack here. Trying to just thump it away there that time was Logan Nianair, but failed to do so. And this looks like it could be another shot at goal here for Seville. It is. And just not quite accurate, and beautiful bit of defending there that time by Jasmine Ray. And they just get the ball out of there slowly to Emerald. And working the ball up the line, but that's a beautiful interception. And once again, Seville are in full swing here as they continue to move the ball around. Ball just moving around here for the time being. And so Jasmine Ray will take the ball here for the time being for Emerald. She just gets it up there that time to her teammate, Cara Ellis. And now they're looking pretty good here. Nianair has got the ball. And we've got a team list. Very well done to Liam Vertigan there. He's done a brilliant job. He'll be joining us later in the footy down there at Emerald. He's come in clutch for us here, so very good. As the ball's down and Emerald's attacking third here for the time being. And it's Kayla Lalanting. Just doesn't quite make it work here, and now Seville can move the ball up the line here. But the ball that time there was Murney. Yes, they move the ball up the line here. That was Ella Morse here with the ball. That's not a bare pass. Actually, that was Morse just then. And so it'll be Jasmine Ray here with the ball. He just goes with a short pass there that time to a teammate, that time in Lehman Rhodes. Back to Ray. Ray with a short pass here to Scott. Scott looks ahead. She goes back to Salil Lehman Rhodes. This is up the line here now. And this here is Matilda Preston. Moving it around. Preston's got it once more. Just goes back there to Jamie Scott. Scott looks for Lalanting, gets it to her. Back to Scott. Looking around. And this time it's Preston who has a shot and puts it through. So much needed goal there for Emerald. And it's going to be back in the centre here again. And just moving the ball back here for the time being. That here is Wilkes, I think it is. Moving it back here. That time was McDonald. Just moving it around here, Seville. Couple of 1-2 passes. And just thumped away there that time by Jasmine Ray. So just back here in defence at the moment for the time being here for Seville. That was Minnie with the ball there that time. She got it to her teammate there that time, and they're moving the ball. It's another slow build-up here for Seville. But eventually they work it in there. That time it was McDonald. McDonald gets it up back to Minnie. Minnie looks around. Goes with a short pass that time to Morse. Morse got over the top there to Dowling. And Dowling puts it through, and it's another goal there for Seville. And it was Scott out there again. She just goes with a short pass there. This is Lehman Rhodes. She goes back to Scott. And it's Lehman Rhodes once again. Lehman Rhodes, Scott fumbled, but she recovered. And they've coughed it up here, have Seville. And just another slow build up here at the moment here for Seville. As they just move the ball around here, this is Minnie once more. Minnie just goes with a short pass that time to McDonald. McDonald just goes backwards in the direction there. And kept in play that time, or failing to keep it in play that time, there was McDonald. And so this is Lehman Road. She just goes with a short pass there. At that time, it was Cara Ellis who had the ball. Fumbled here momentarily, but Jasmine Ray recovers it. She goes with a long pass up the line there that time to Preston. And working it inside. This is Preston once again. Looks at Lalanting, gets it to Lalanting. And she puts it through, so much needed goal there for Emerald. Keeping in this game here for the time being. And it will be Minnie here in the centre. And she looks ahead. And she just goes that time there to Morse. Morse just went back that time to Wicks. Now Minnie once again, she just goes with a short pass there to Dowling. So Dowling won't have the shot. In fact, this is Morse. No, she does go to Dowling though. Bit done for stepping, I think. So a bit of a reprieve there for the Emerald defence. And for the time being there, the ball was in the hands of Cara Ellis. Now this is Scott. She goes to Celia Lehman Rhodes. Back to Jasmine Ray. Ray just looks around, short pass there to Lehman Rhodes. She looked at Jamie Scott, but ends up going for a team at that time, Cara Ellis. Ellis looks around, she goes up the line to Scott. Scott with a long pass, and it was a good one to Preston. Now Lalanting, this for back-to-back goals here for Emerald. Lalanting gets it on the second attempt. So good bit of play there by Emerald. They've got back-to-back goals here. And this is Minnie in the centre. No, it's not actually Minnie, it's Scott for Emerald. Emerald with a short pass there. Affected that time was Preston, but she's going to get the ball nonetheless. In fact, it's Cara Ellis who'll take the ball. She just goes with a short pass that time to Naya now. And Lalanting's got it once more. And she gets another goal. So 3 in a row here for Emerald. Getting onto a bit of an advantage here. This time I think it's Wicks. With the ball short pass here, looking around. This is Minnie. Minnie does that pretty well here to Morse. And Morse doesn't quite get it. Lehman Rhodes defending desperately. She does pretty well here. Up the line here to Cara Ellis. Ellis has got it to Preston. Preston back to Lehman Rhodes. Now Ellis. This is Scott. Scott looks around. She goes with a lateral pass to Lehman Rhodes. Lehman Rhodes looked at 9 now, decided not to go for her. Inboard here to Scott. They're inside the attacking third. Looks around. Good pass to Preston. Preston to Lalanting. But beautifully thumped away that time there. I think it was by Hayley Ray. And Emerald get it back once more. In fact, it was Erin Baker. Looking around, this is Preston. Preston to Scott. Scott looks at Lalanting. Lalanting in decent position, but goes to Preston in the end. Preston has a shot, doesn't quite get it. Lalanting with desperation, but doesn't win it in the end. And Erin Baker will take the ball, and they move it up pretty quickly here. With the ball now is Emily Wicks. And they move it up the line here. I think that was Wicks once again. This is Minnie. Minnie looks around, goes to Morse, but thumped away there that time by Scott. So Minnie, she's got options ahead. She's got Dowling, she's got Morse. Looks at Dowling, and instead she goes back there that time to McDonald. But it's Dowling who's going to have a shot here. Much needed for Seville, doesn't quite get it, and Jasmine Ray's done that pretty well. And they hold up for the time being. Ellis Over the top there to Scott. Now Lehman Rhodes goes back to Scott. She looks ahead. Good pass there to Lalanting, who gets up the court a little bit. Now a short pass there to Nyanea. Nyanea with a good pass to Preston. Where does Nyanea go? She just goes forward to Lalanting, who can have another shot at goal. She's been good early. And she doesn't quite get that one. She'll have a second attempt. This time puts it through. So another goal here for Emerald. And they've started pretty well here, the home team. So Jamie Scott in the centre. Looks ahead. In fact, they'll be brought forward here as well. So Cara Ellis is going to take it. Ellis, short little pass there to Scott. Scott looks ahead. Goes to Lalanting. Lalanting back to Nyanea. To Lalanting once more, who can have another shot at goal. Been very prominent early, has Kayla Lalanting, or Saria Lalanting, I should say, and she's put another one through. And they take a pretty strong advantage here. Score is 8-2 here, the way of Emerald. And all the play here so far in this first quarter, and they've got it once again. This is Jasmine Ray. She goes with a short pass to Ellis. Ellis looks at Lehman Rhodes, but instead goes for Scott. Scott, another short pass. This is Lehman Rhodes. She goes with a bit of a longer pass in the direction of Nyanea, but it's cut off there that time there by Suleimani. And Seville with the ball here at the moment. This is Suleimani. She goes ahead there to Morse. Morse looking around. She's got it again, Morse. Does she have the shot? No, she doesn't. Goes back to Minnie. Minnie looks around here. Goes for McDonald. McDonald to Morse once again. Had it a couple of times in this passage. And she puts it through. Much needed goal for Seville. It's 8-3 here, the way of the home side. And Jamie Scott's going to take it in the centre. And it's a good pass here to Preston. Preston, long pass to Lalanting. She looks ahead. They've worked that pretty well. Lalanting's got it. She'll have another shot. And she'll score another goal. So 9-3 now here, the way of Emerald. And so Minnie in the centre here. She can't waste any time. She went back that time to Wicks. Wicks just looks ahead. Short pass back to Minnie. Minnie up ahead there to Morse. So Morse, she'll try and go for Dowling. She goes lateral that time to McDonald. Dowling doesn't quite get it. I think Jasmine Ray's just been penalised here for contact, so they're going to hold it for the time being. Morse has got it. Here she goes back to Minnie. Minnie to Dowling. It was a good pass. Dowling puts it through. Much known to goal for Seville. Doing that very, very well. Scores 9-4 here now. It's Scott in the centre. She goes to Lehman Rhodes. Lehman Rhodes to Preston, who fumbled but recovered. Gets it to Lalanting. But they've been penalised here, so a little reprieve here for the Seville defence. Erin Baker just looks ahead. That's a pretty long pass. It works its way that time to Wicks. Now they're inside the attacking third. This is Morse. Morse going back that time there to Suleimani. Pops over the top now. Minnie's got it. Looks ahead. Where can she go? It's a pretty good pass to McDonald. McDonald, I thought she was going for Mars. The pass not very good, I should say. And eventually Dowling's ended up with it. It's for 2 goals in a row for Seville. She puts it through and the score's 9-5. And they're just starting to edge their way back into this game of Seville, and they've got it in the centre here with Minnie, so this is another chance. Minnie short pass to McDonald. McDonald up ahead, this time to Dowling. Dowling, short pass. Fighting for it was McDonald, but ripped away by Ellis. And Scott passes up ahead. But the ball is coming back, and it's in Seville's possession, so McDonald's got it. She looks around. Where does she go? She goes back to Minnie. Minnie, another short pass that time to Suleimani. Now McDonald. Bit of a slow build here for Seville. And so Minnie's ended up with the ball here. She could go to Morse with a short pass. She does. Morse is going to have the shot for 3 in a row. She puts it through, and the score's 9-6 here. And all of a sudden, the visitors just slowly getting their way back into this game. Just 3 points down now after a 6-point advantage earlier to Emerald. And Nyanea's got the ball here now. She quickly gets it to Preston. Preston to Lalanting, but I think she was done for stepping there, Preston. So another reprieve here. This is Baker. Baker just gets the ball up ahead to Suleimani. This is Wicks, I'm pretty sure. Suleimani's got it once again. Back to Suleimani. They work it inside here. That was a hot pass, but it was worked pretty well by Morse. Morse looks around. Now Minnie's got it. Morse in pretty good position, but thumped away by Lehman Rhodes. So Emerald hold off for the time being here. This is McDonald now. She goes back there to Suleimani. Minnie, good pass there to Dowling. Does she have the shot? No, she goes back to McDonald. McDonald looks ahead, thumped away by Lehman Rhodes again. And that's a pretty good pass here. Dowling makes it work this for 4 goals in a row. She puts it through Dowling and the score's 9-7. And they're right back in the game here now, Seville, and Minnie's got the ball in the centre. Short pass to McDonald. McDonald, she just goes back to Wicks for the time being. Wicks back to Suleimani. Now to Minnie, and that's the end of the first quarter. And after an early advantage there to Emerald, getting out to a 6-goal lead. It's just 2 goals of difference here at the moment. The score here is 9-7, the way of the home team. A very interesting first quarter here. We're just going to take a short break here at Emerald. We'll be back to bring you the second quarter of the game. As we're back underway here in the second quarter. Ball moving around here for the time being. And Seville with an early shot at goal here. The score was actually 8-8 at quarter time, and Seville have now taken the lead. Just a couple of positional changes here for Seville for the time being. Just up in the attacking third there as they get the ball moving forward once again. They get the ball moving up the line here now. This is Scott with the ball. She goes back to Ellis. Ellis looks ahead. That's a good pass there to Preston. Preston to Lalanting, but ultimately it was to the advantage that time with Suleimani. But they get it back. Preston has a shot and scores are level once again. 9-9 here at Emerald. And it's back in the centre again here with Jamie Scott, who looks around. So Preston had the ball that time. It'll be taken here by Ellis. Ellis, good little pass to Nye now. She looks around, goes to Scott. Scott to Preston. Suleimani's done very well there, but I think she's been done for contact. No, she's going to get it back, so it was a beautiful bit of defending there by Suleimani. Knocked away there by Lehman Rhodes, but it was kept in that time there by Ray. And they look around now. Ray's got it once more. Got it in this time here to Bayliss. This is Minnie. Bayliss has got it once more. Actually, no, that was Ray who had it that time. As they move the ball up the line, this is Lehman Rhodes. Good pass there to Preston. Preston with a short pass there. That was to Lehman Rhodes once again. Preston, good pass to Lalanting. Lister take the lead back here for Emerald, and they've got it. Scores 10-9 here now, the way of the home team. Looking around here, that was McDonald that time. And it's a good pass there that time for Bayliss. But turned over there, thumped away by Ellis. Working a couple of passes, thumped away by Bayliss. Thumped away from Bayliss. And Bayliss puts it through. It's another goal here, scores 10-10. All square at the moment. Short pass to 9 now. So Ellis looks ahead. She goes to Lehman Rhodes, who's right on a limit here. And she works a pass to 9 now. Now Scott thumped away beautifully by Suleimani. This is Minnie with the ball now, actually. And Emerald have got the ball back once more. Scott looks around. Azul Lanting up ahead, but goes to Preston. Preston to put him back in front, doesn't quite work. Suleimani's done that pretty well. And they can work it out of here for the time being. So looking around here now are Seville. And they work the ball up here. This is McDonald. She's got it this time here to Ray. Ray doesn't quite put it through. Knocked away that time by the other Ray of the Jasmine variety from Emerald. This time it was Bayliss. Now McDonald. Looking around. Now Ray. This to put them in front. She's got it. So scores 11-10 here now, the way of Seville. And they've got the ball here once more. This is McDonald. She looks around. It's a good pass. This is Bayliss this time. Bayliss puts it through, and they're ahead by 2 goals now. 12-10. Here is the score. And they work it up ahead here now. That's a pretty good pass. Lanting fumbles, just couldn't quite make it work. And Seville have got it back now. This is, here we go. Working around, that was McDonald that time, in fact. And Emerald have got the ball back once more. Good pass, it's a bit of a risky one. Minnie gets in there and eventually they make it work. McDonald does well. That was Ray that time. The pass though to Bayless, not the best. And they'll get away with it for the time being as they pass around here. Lehman Rhodes in the Ellis direction, got it to her, went back to Lehman Rhodes. Lehman Rhodes looking around, good pass there to Jasmine Ray. She gets up the line. Lehman Rhodes has got it once more. Now to Nainea. Good pass here to Preston. Preston to Lalanting, but it was to the advantage of Suleimani that time. And they move it up the line here beautifully now. Do Seville. It was in the hands that time there of Wicks for the time being. And the ball just spills out of bounds here. It's with Seville for the time being. This is McDonald. And it's a good pass there that time to Ray, who can stretch the lead out now to 3 goals here. 13-10 here, the way of Seville. And it'll be Minnie in the centre here with the ball. She looks around. Then she goes with a short pass to McDonald. She goes back to Minnie. Minnie just looks ahead. Goes back to McDonald. McDonald to Minnie. So a couple of 1-2 passes here. She now works a couple of 1-2 passes this time with Bayless. And now Ray, who puts another through, and they're out by 4 goals now with the visitors. So what can Emerald work out of the centre here? They need to find something. They need to find it quickly as they get out of the centre here once more. Passing it around, this is Lehman Rhodes. She goes with the short pass to Scott, but it's beautifully cut off there that time by Wicks. And they're out here. Wicks has got it once more. This is now McDonald with the ball here as they get it inside the attacking third. Minnie's got it now. Now Ray. Ray couldn't quite make it work. She's got it back though. Reprieve here though for the Emerald defence as Jasmine Ray looks ahead. This is Ellis now. Lehman Rhodes goes up ahead. Beautifully cut off there by Minnie. So got all the play here at the moment. Thrown in there by Wicks. Minnie's got the ball here, working it around. So that was Bayless that time. Now Ray's got it. Ray puts it through. It's an important goal there. Scores 15-10 here. You know the way of Seville. Minnie, good pass there to McDonald. McDonald looks around. Not a bad pass that time to Minnie. Back to Minnie once more. Minnie looks around. Short pass to McDonald. And another really good pass there. This is Bayless. And Bayless puts it through. And they're out by 6 goals here now with Seville. After trailing by 6 goals in the first quarter, they've now got their own 6-goal lead. Scott in the centre. That's a good pass there to Preston. Now to Lalanting, who's got up the court. Nainea looks around. That pass is effective, though, and now Minnie's got it. She goes with a short pass to Suleimani. She gets it up the line here to McDonald. Now it's with, I think it's Wicks that time. And they're inside the attacking third just like that. Ray had the ball. Ray's got the ball now, in fact. This is McDonald. McDonald to Ray. Makes it work. This for a 7-goal lead here, and they've got it, Seville. And they're absolutely dominating this game here for the time being. As Minnie's got it in the centre. She goes straight to McDonald. Didn't think about that twice. She goes back that time there. That time to Aaron Baker it was. Ray's got the ball. Ray puts it through. Another goal here for Seville. And the score's 18-10 here. The way of the visiting team. Scott's got it. Short pass to Ellis. Ellis to Preston. Looks at Lalanting. Lalanting's got it this time. Suleimani, who's done a very good job this quarter. Couldn't quite cut that one off. Lalanting puts it through. And the score is 11-18 here. The way of the home team. But it's Seville with the ball in the centre. And McDonald's got it straight away. She goes up the line here. Working it past that time to Bayless. McDonald's got it once more. She goes backwards this time. This is Baker. Baker to McDonald. And just spilled that there that time by Bayless. So Bayless. Now McDonald. McDonald goes around. Minnie. Bayless. Now Ray. To stretch it back out to 7 goals. She does just that. And it's going to come back into the centre here for Emerald. Scott looks around. Goes to Preston. But they've lost the ball here once again. So it's all going Seville's way here at the moment. Good pass here from Wicks. She goes to Baker. They're inside the attacking third very quickly here. Looking around. That's a good pass there to McDonald. She looks ahead. Couple of 1-2 passes with Bayliss. And Bayliss doesn't quite get it. Trying to cut it off there was Lemon Rose, but couldn't do so. Bayliss puts it through. It's another goal. The score is 19-11 here now. The way of Seville. No, 20-11, in fact, it is the score. So a 9-goal advantage here now for the visitors. McDonald looking around, goes to Minnie. Minnie thumped away there by Ray, of the Jasmine variety, that is. And this is Bayliss here. She gets another one, so scores 21-11. The lead's out to 10 goals here now. So Scott just looks around. Trying to cut it off was Wicks, but it was Preston who did pretty well. LaLanting looks around. This is 9 now. Now Scott looks ahead. Preston had it thumped away from her. She keeps it in play, though, to the advantage of LaLanting, not quite. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Suleimani, who's done a very good job this quarter, she can get them moving out of defence. She goes with a pass up the line here to Wicks now. Minnie, back to Wicks. Wicks just looks ahead, goes to McDonald. McDonald, what can she do? She goes back here to Baker. Now McDonald again. This is Minnie. And that's a good pass there that time to Ray. Ray doesn't quite get it. Bayliss recovers it. And she stretches that lead out now to 11 goals. 22-11 here now, the way of Seville. And the visitors have got the centre pass once again. Minnie. And this time she goes to Ray. Back to Minnie. And she's got Bayliss up ahead. This for another shot at goal. This for a 12-goal lead. Doesn't quite get it. Beautifully cut off by Jasmine Ray. She goes out wide to Scott. Scott looks ahead. Eventually she goes laterally that time to Ray. Ellis has got the ball now. She looks around. Scott's got it once more. Had it a few times in this passage. Nyanea's got it. She goes back to Scott. Scott looks ahead. She's got it to Preston. Preston fumble, but she recovered. Lanting keeps it in play. Much needed goal coming up, you would think. Suleimani defending grimly. Couldn't quite get it done. Lanting. No, she does get this one. It falls through in the end. So score is 12-22 here. The way of Seville. And it is Scott in the centre. So can they get back-to-back goals here? Ellis on the outside. Looking in. Working it around here now. And LaLanting's got it here. And they've got it here for the time being. Nyaneah, what can she do? Gets it to LaLanting. No, thumped away that time by Baker. But they're going to get it back here nonetheless to Seville. Emerald, I should say, in fact. And LaLanting, much needed goal here. It's for 2 in a row. This to cut it back to 9 goals. Doesn't quite get it. Suleimani defending grimly. And she's been done for contact. So Preston's going to take it. And Preston makes no mistake. It's 22-13 here, the way of Seville. And Minnie's got it in the centre here. And she wastes no time. Straight to McDonald. McDonald just puts it up. It's a pretty good pass here. It works out for Ray. Oh, it's actually gone out of bounds in the end. So Emerald got it back. Ellis looks ahead. Goes lateral in the end that time there to Scott. Scott goes up ahead to Lehman Rhodes. Lehman Rhodes, good pass to Nyaneah, who got up. This is Preston. Preston looks around. She goes for LaLanting. Does LaLanting have the shot? No, she doesn't. Back to Nyaneah. Done for stepping though, I think. Seville got it back. That's Suleimani. She got it to Baker. Baker goes up ahead here. This is McDonald. Now Ray looking around. McDonald got it once more. Now Ray again. To stretch it back out to 10 goals. Doesn't quite get it. Ray will go once more. She puts it through that time, so scores 23-13 here. Now the way of the visitors. Scott will take it in the centre once more. She looks around. Good pass to Preston. Preston looks around laterally to Nyaneah. She goes in now. Preston got it. Much needed goal. 23-14 now, the way of Emerald. So it'll be Minnie with the centre pass here. What can she do? She just goes with a nice pass there to McDonald. Back to Baker. McDonald once more. She looked that time there at Bayliss. Bayliss, who's going to take it. Works a pass there. Tried to thump it away was Ellis, but didn't work. McDonald's got it. Couple of passes working around. It's in good position there. And this is Bayliss. She puts it through. It's back to a 10-point lead here now. 14-24 here. The way of Seville. Scott in the centre. And works a good pass to Nyaneah. Long pass to LaLanting. Good position, but fumbles it. Oh, hang on. So Emerald are going to keep it. Where does the Lanting go? Short pass to 9 now. Well, Lanting wants it back, but Suleimani cuts it off. The pass wasn't the best. And they're in attack here. Wicks has got it. That time was Baker. Had it that time there was Bayless. Now McDonald. Bayless, no. Ball goes through her hands. So one last chance for a goal here. This is Ray, who's been good this quarter. She goes to Bayless. And Bayless puts it through, and the score is 25-14 here, the way of the visitors. And they're going for one last attack here, will Seville, but they're beaten by the bell, and a pretty strong advantage here for the visiting team. After a 6-goal lead early in the first quarter to Emerald, Seville lead by 11 goals here. Score is 25-14. We're going to go to a short break for half time. We'll be back to bring you the third quarter. So Seville just out in the court warming up at the moment. We're still just waiting for Emerald to finish their half-time address. The score is 23-15 in fact at half-time. So it's an 8-goal advantage here to Seville. Game not over by any means though. A strong third quarter here for Emerald could bring them right back into the game. They had a fair bit of early dominance in the first quarter. If they could find a little bit of that in this third quarter here, then they'll get themselves right back in the game. Anyway, this is Jamie Scott here in the centre. So they work it straight to Lalanting. And Lalanting straight away, just like that, puts it through for the first goal of the third quarter, and it's 23-16 here, the way of the home team. As Minnie goes up ahead here to Ray. Ray looks around. She went to Wicks. And they're inboard here now. This is Morse. Morse just a short pass that time there to Minnie. Working it around here. This is Dowling, who's in the wing attack position for the time being. Morse. And Morse puts it through. And just like that, the responding goal there for Seville, 24-16. As they work it up ahead here for the time being to Emerald. So Matilda Preston's actually gone into the centre position now. And working it in here, that was Dowling. Morse, back to Dowling. Looks around, good pass here. This is Ray. This is for 2 goals in a row for Seville, and Ray makes no mistake, and she's put it through. And working up the line here again, this is Morse. Dowling looking ahead. And good pass, Morse keeps it in play. Doesn't quite stretch it out, defending grimly as Emerald. And they're going to take it back here for the time being. So Cara Ellis has moved into the goalkeeper position here. Gets it up ahead, that's a good pass there. This is Lehman Rhodes, who's now playing at wing defence. So working it around here for the time being. Looking it around. That was Lalanting there that time. That's a pretty good pass here. And Lalanting just didn't quite get it working that time. And Seville get it back here for the time being. That's Suleimani who had it. Now Wicks, she gets it up the line here to Baker. Baker to Dowling. Back to Wicks, now Minnie. Minnie looks ahead. This is Dowling once more. And been done for contact there that time. So just working it around here for the time being. And long pass here, but straight to the advantage of Suleimani, who's done a very good job since she's moved on to Lalanting. Just read the ball out of the centre much better. So still working the ball around here, a couple of slow build-ups. Just fumbled there that time by Morse. Morse looks around. She's got it here to Dowling. Dowling looks for Minnie, gets it to her. And now Morse, who's in good position. This for an 11-goal lead here for Seville. And that's actually pretty well cut off there that time by Jasmine Ray, who's moved to goal defence. And they get the ball moving down there pretty quickly. It's just a little bit of a hot pass there, and Lalanting couldn't quite hang on to it. And once again, they're on a counter-attack here. Baker just held onto it. Good pass here to Ray. Ray looks ahead. Dowling fumbled, and the ball trickles out of bounds. But they're going to hold onto it nonetheless to Seville. That's a good pass to Minnie. She looks for Morse. Goes to her. But they've lost the ball. Emerald are going to take it back. And wasting no time here. So this is Preston, who's moved into the centre position. Good pass here this time to Salil Lehman Rhodes. Moving it up the line here. And this time they'll get a shot at goal. This is an important one. Doesn't quite work out. And again, Suleimani working it very well. And this is a good bit of attack here. Dowling. Good little build up. Minnie looks around. Back to Dowling. Dowling now to Ray. And Ray puts it through, and it's an 11-goal lead here. The way of the visiting team, much needed. So looking around, wasting no time. Morse has got it. More short pass, thumped away that time by Ellis. And now Morse, this for a 12-goal lead, and she makes no mistake, 28-16 here, the way of Seville. Got up the line here once more. This is Preston. She goes to 9 now. Preston looks around. Lalanting, just a slow pass going back there that time to Ray. Good pass here. This is Wolfen Patel. Wolfen Patel's got it once more. She's had one shot. Didn't get that one, but she's got this one. Much noted goal there, 28-17 here, the way of Seville. But it's Minnie in the centre here for Seville. And thumped away that time by Lehman Rhodes, and she'll take the ball. In fact, Cara Ellis will take the ball. So where does Ellis go? Goes in ball there to Lehman Rhodes. Ball going into the attacking third, but cut off there by Suleimani once more. Suleimani's got it again, passes it to Wicks. Wicks gets it ahead here to Baker. Now Ray. Ray looks around, good pass to Minnie, goes for Morse. Can Morse hold on to it? It was snatched off her by Ellis, but she's going to take it back as Morse. It's a pretty good looking shot at goal. She puts it through, and the score's 29-17 here, the way of Seville. Really started to take control in this game as Preston needs to create something out of the centre here. She looks around, goes to Wolfen Patel. She looks around here. This is Jasmine Ray, who's moved up to goal defence. Preston, good pass to Lalanting. Needs to take advantage of this, and she does, 29-18. They get one back here, Emerald. They've got to get a couple more. So what can Minnie do here? Just a momentary hold up in play here. Slight positional change there. We'll figure that one out in a moment. As Seville working the ball around here. Morse has got it. Just went back there to Dowling. Dowling, interesting pass going back to Wicks. She's got it once more. Good pass there to Morse. Not in a position to score just for the moment. Minnie's got it. Minnie looks around. That's a good pass. Now she's in a position to score, Morse. And doesn't quite make it work. Ellis did very well on the last line of defence. It was cut off beautifully at that time there by Dowling. Looking around here now. This is Baker. Baker to Minnie. Minnie looking around. Dowling once more. This is Morse with the ball. It goes back to Minnie. Now Ray. What can Ray do here? And Ray puts it through, so much needed goal there. Seville getting one back. What can Preston do? Just looking around here for the time being. And they move that in absolutely no time here. Minnie, Ray. Goes back there to Dowling. Now Minnie. Minnie looking around. Back to Dowling. Minnie once more. Now Ray. Who can have a shot at goal here. This to make it 13 points. And she makes absolutely no mistake. 31-18 here the way Seville. They're on fire at the moment. And it's Minnie in the centre here. What can Minnie do? Goes to Dowling. Back to Minnie, who got it in there very quickly. Now Morse has got it. She's in good position as well for a 14-point lead, and she's put it through 32-18 here now the way of the visiting team. As Preston's got it in the centre, and she went for Jamie Scott, who's been moved to the wing attack position, but pass goes straight over her head, so Suleimani's got it once more. Suleimani just with a short pass to Wicks. Wicks gets it up ahead to Dowling. Dowling looks around. That's a pretty good pass there to Morse. Now Minnie. Minnie thought about Morse again. Thumping the away was Lehman Rhodes, but Seville are going to get the ball back. So Dowling. Just a momentary lapse in play here. Thought about it, Morse. Just went with a short pass to Dowling. Now back to Morse, who can have the shot. Ellis, done for contact. Could say she was a tad unlucky, but nonetheless, the umpire's call stands. That one goes through for another goal. 33-18 here now, the way Seville. And it is Minnie in the centre. That pass is a little bit hot there that time for Dowling. So Lehman Rhodes can start a bit of a counter-attack here for Emerald. Just looks around here for the time being. That's a nice little pass there to Ray. Ray looked at Ellis, but in the end goes ahead there. This time, I think, to Scott. It is Scott. Gets it up here now to Wolf and Patel. Back to Preston. Looks around. How can they work this? Back to Scott. Scott looking around. Preston once more. Good pass to Lalanting. They just need this goal here. Emerald Lalanting puts it through, and the score's 33-19 here, the way of Seville. And Preston's got it in the centre. Goes to Wolf and Patel. Wolf and Patel with a long pass to the advantage of Lalanting. This for 2 goals in a row. Doesn't get it. Will get it back, though. Puts it through that time. 33-20. 2 goals in a row for Emerald. And it's Minnie in the centre. She's been good all day. Looks around. Good pass here to Ray. Ray looks around. She goes to Baker. Now Minnie once more. Minnie looking around. She goes back here to Wicks. Wicks puts it in. This is Minnie. Looks around. Not a bad pass to Ray. Knocked away by Jasmine Ray of Emerald. But it's Morse who's going to take it here for Seville. Double teamed here for the moment is Ray. So Morse, that was interesting. Just fumbled the ball there and knocked it away with the body, in fact. But nonetheless, Seville have cut it off here. This is Dowling. Good pass here. Worked it to Morse. And it's just all going Seville's way at the moment there. It was a funny little stuff up there by Morse, but in the end, Seville have gotten a goal out of it. As Preston gets the ball straight to Scott. Scott looks around. Where does she go? She goes back to Preston. Preston holds on. She looks around. Goes to Lalanting. And Preston will take it once more. What can she do? Scott came past, but she goes to Wolf and Patel. What can she do? Good short little pass to Lalanting. Lalanting puts it through. Needed that goal did Emerald. 34-21 here, the way of the visiting team. Pass goes out wide to Dowling. Dowling just looks around here. Good pass to Morse, back to Dowling. Good pass to Morse. That was beautifully done. Morse ran onto it, and she finishes off. Oh, no, she doesn't quite. Knocked away. Who gets onto this? It's Lehman Rhodes for Emerald. She got it to Ellis. Ellis looks around, goes back to Lehman Rhodes. Now up the line here to Preston. On the outside here was Jasmine Ray. Good pass to Lalanting. No, Suleimani did well. She read it beautifully. She's cut it off. Baker's got the ball here in the centre. This is Hayley Ray for Seville. Now Minnie's got it. Good pass here to Morse. They look around. Hayley Ray got there in no time. She can have a shot. She can make it 14 points. Not quite, though. Cut off there that time by Jasmine Ray. Got up the line to Lehman Rhodes. Now Jasmine Ray. Actually, no, it's Cara Ellis, in fact. Ellis just looks up ahead. Oh, it's nearly cut off there that time, but in the end, it's Jasmine Ray who makes it work. Scott's got the ball now. She looks ahead. Good pass here. Preston made it work. Lalanting did pretty well. She fumbled, but she recovered. She can have the shot at goal and bring it back to 12 points. She does just that. 34-22 is the score here at Emerald. And it's Jamie Scott. Actually, it's Preston out of the centre too, Jamie Scott. They'll hold the ball here for the time being. What can Jasmine Ray create? She looks around. She's got Scott in a bit of open space there, but won't go for her. No, she does go in the end. Goes to Wolf and Patel, who fumbles it. Ball goes out of bounds, and Suleimani's got the ball. She goes with a short pass here to Baker. Baker back to Suleimani. Suleimani looks around, goes back to Baker. Baker gets it up ahead here. This is a good pass. Got it now. Here is Dowling. Dowling looks around. In the end goes to Morse, who's got up the court a little bit. Dowling once more. She's got Ray ahead. Doesn't go for it. Goes wide to Minnie. Now to Morse. This to stretch it back to 13 points. Doesn't quite get it. Had the front position there. Was Ray, and she made it work. She's got it up to Lehman Rhodes. And now Emerald can counter-attack. It's Preston here. She looks around. She goes to Jasmine Ray, who kept her footing there. Good little pass here. Wolf and Patel's got it now. She looks for Lalanting. Gets it to Lalanting. Can Lalanting bring it down to 11 points? It's Preston with the ball. Good pass. This is Wolf and Patel here, in fact, who's come on in this third quarter. She puts that one through. That's an important goal for Emerald. Lead back to 11 goals, but it's Minnie in the centre for Seville. Good little pass there to Baker. Baker works it this time to Dowling. Morse thumped away there by Ellis. But it's going to be Seville with the ball here through Morse. Morse looks around. Good little pass to Dowling. Dowling looks around. She goes to Minnie. Now good pass to Ray. Ray can have a shot. Stretch it back out to 12 points. And she does. Ball bobbled around a bit on the goal face, but in the end it falls through. Now Preston's got to try and create something here. She goes straight up the line to Scott. And they've coughed it up here. I think Scott was just offside there, just a little bit too early. And this is Wicks in the centre. Now Baker. Baker looked ahead and went for Dowling. Back to Wicks. Dowling once more. Looking around, goes laterally there to Minnie. Minnie with a short little pass to Dowling. Preston's done for contact here, so Dowling's going to get it back. Chance to set up another goal here. They've worked that pretty well here. That's a good pass to Morse. And if she can put it through, but she can't quite. And it was cut off beautifully that time by Jasmine Ray. They go up the line here. Lehman Rhodes couldn't hold on to it. The ball trickles out of bounds. And it's Wicks with the ball here. No, Suleimani's going to take it. She looks around. Pretty good pass there. Inboard to Baker. Now Dowling. Dowling looks around. Short pass to Wicks. Back to Dowling. Good pass to Ray. Dowling's had it a couple of times down this passage. She goes for Minnie. Beautifully cut off, though, by Preston. She did that very well. Now they've got it moving here. That was Ellis wasting no time to Wolfen Patel. Wolfen Patel's got it once more here. She looks ahead for Lalanting. Puts it up for her. Lost it in the sun for a second, but she takes it nonetheless. And doesn't quite get it. Beautifully cut off in the last line there by Baker. Thumped away by Scott. And Seville will take it here through Suleimani. Suleimani's got it once more. She just looks around. That's a pretty good pass work to Ellis. Ellis to Dowling. She's been very good this quarter. Gets it up here to Morse. Morse, good pass to Minnie. Got onto it. And Morse has got it here. She can have a shot. She was looking around. So on the three-quarter time buzzer, Morse puts it through, and the score is 36-23 here at the final change. They continue to hold their dominance here at the time being Seville. They've turned this 8-goal lead now into a 13-goal lead, and at the final change, the score here is 36-23. We're just going to go to a short break here at Emerald. We'll be back to bring you the final quarter. Here, they've got a pretty strong lead against third-placed Emerald, as teams are breaking here for the final quarter. And looks like no positional changes here are underway. And here in the last quarter, as Seville wasting absolutely no time getting the ball moving forward. And they get it moving there pretty quickly. Working the ball around here. This is Preston here in the centre. Good little pass to Preston. Got it up here to Jamie Scott. Scott looks around. This is Lalanting. Lanting, she's got it now. Goes to Wolfen Patel. She does put it through. That's an important goal there. Just after the last quarter here for Emerald. And they work it around here for the time being. That's a good pass here. Looking for Lalanting. Doesn't quite work out. Thank you. Working around here for the time being. Now Seville. As they get the ball moving through the centre here. So this is Bayliss here in the goal shooter position. Ooh. Got a dislocated finger here, I believe. So Claire Minnie, who wants to have a short break, unfortunately McDonald has had to come off. She'd just come onto the ground. This is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate there in that last quarter. What's happened here? And Bayliss puts that one through there for Seville. And so a couple of positional changes here for Seville with that injury. Really hope everything's okay. Never like to see that happen in any sport. As Jamie Scott works the ball around here, she goes back to Jasmine Ray. She's got up the line here. That was Wolfen Patel, thumped away beautifully there that time by Wicks. Working it around, Wolfen Patel's got it. That was a pretty good pace of work, and she's put it through, and the score's 24-37 here. The way of Emerald. And they've got the ball here once more. This is Lehman Road. She goes to Preston. Preston looking around. Scott doesn't quite have it. So this is Wicks. Wicks goes with a wide pass here. Just keep working it. That was Ray that time. They're inside the attacking third here now. This is Bayliss. Back to... And Bayliss can have a shot here. No, she goes over the top to Ray. And Ray puts it through, and the score's 38-24 here. The way of Seville here in this last quarter. And it's Ray once... No, it was Bayliss, in fact. No, this is Bayliss now, in fact. This for a 15-goal here lead here now for Seville. Doesn't quite make it work. And they've cut it off here beautifully of Emerald, and they get the ball moving very quickly. Pass wasn't perfect for Preston, but she ran onto it nonetheless. This is to Lalanting's advantage. She hangs onto it eventually. Do they get the goal here? Lalanting gets back. She's in a much harder position now, though, so she goes with a short pass to Scott, back to Lalanting, and they put that one through there. Yeah, just working the ball around here for the time being. This is Preston. Preston looks ahead. Got it to Wolfen Patel. 2 goals in a row here for Emerald. She puts it through. The score's 39-26 here. And it's going to go back in the centre here now. As they move the ball up ahead here once more to Seville. This is Ray in goal attack. She tried to go for Bayliss. Couldn't quite get it to her. So what can Bayliss do? And she does put it through. And they've been brought forward here. Preston just goes in for Wolfen Patel, who can't quite hang on to it. And they get it working around here now. This is Wicks, although they've coughed it up here, have Seville. So Wolfen Patel's going to take it. Where does she go? That thumped away there by Suleimani. And Suleimani wasting no time. She goes over the top to Wicks. Wicks looks around, goes for Morse. Working the ball around here. This is Dowling, who's moved into the centre position. That pass just a little bit hot there for Bayliss. So Ellis just looking around. She goes for Jasmine Ray. Ray to Preston. Preston, good pass, Lehman Rhodes. Who's put under a bit of pressure there, and Seville are going to take the ball back here. This is Wicks who's got it. She looks around. Waste no time, goes for Dowling. Where does Dowling go? She's in absolutely no hurry here. She goes back here for Baker. Now Morse. Morse just looks around. And they are working the ball around here. Wasting absolutely no time. And eventually, no, couldn't quite put that through there that time. This is Ray. And Ray puts it through. And that advantage is that to 15 goals here now. Ball just working around here. Pass there is just not the best. That's okay. That's okay. Thanks, mate.
Because you were calling somebody McDonald before and it was Bayliss, and Bayliss was McDonald.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh my God, get the names right.
This is Wolfen Patel now. Going to Lalanting, that's a pretty good pass. Doesn't quite work it. And now they're on the counter-attack here. Baker works it up to Morse. Morse, that's a pretty good pass there to Ray. And Ray puts it through, and the score is 42-26 here now, the way of Seville. Now Dowling looks ahead. Short pass to Ray, back to Dowling. Good pass in here to Morse. This is Bayliss. Doesn't quite make that one work. Recovers it though, does Bayliss. Good pass here. Bayliss can't quite hang on to it. And eventually Ray has the shot. Ray puts it through, and it's a 17-goal advantage here now. The way of Seville. 43-26 here is the score. As they continue to work the ball around here to Emerald. Wolfram Patel has it. Now it's Ray into Scott. Scott looks around, goes to Wolfram Patel. Went back to Scott, to Lalanting. Suleimani couldn't quite cut that one off. And Lalanting puts it through. The score is 43-27 here. Now the way of Seville. It was a very nasty injury before there to Carly McDonald, who'd just gone onto the court for the final quarter to play centre. I think it's a dislocated finger. We really hope she's okay. As we said, never like to see any injuries in sport. So our best wishes to her. And Seville cut the ball off again. This is Baker. Looks around to Suleimani. Back to Baker. Baker looks ahead. This is Morse. Morse, good little pass here to Dowling. Dowling just going back to Baker. Dowling's got it once more. Nice little bounce pass there, working it, I think, to Bayliss. Now Ray can have the shot. And stretch that lead. That's a good shot at goal there. Puts it through, and it's back to a 17-goal advantage. 44-27 here, the Wave Seville, who've completely dominated this game after the first quarter. And that's a little lateral pass there to Jasmine Ray. Back to Preston. Preston looks around. Ray once more. Good pass here to Wolfram Patel. Scott made it work. She was under a bit of pressure. She's done well. Wolfram Patel once more. Looks at Lalanting. And it's going to be Emerald who's going to hold on to the ball. Now it's going to be Seville. Suleimani. Good pass there to Wicks. Now Baker. Now Dowling. They've all been involved here. Morse. Goes back to Dowling, who got in there. Done that pretty well. That's a good pass there to Ray. This for an 18-goal advantage. Ray puts it through. Scores 45-27 here, the way of Seville. And Dowling's got it with the centre pass. Looks around, goes for Ray. Ray back to Dowling. Dowling looks ahead. Good pass here to Morse. Morse has got Bayliss up ahead. She goes for Ray, though. For a 19-goal advantage. Doesn't quite work it. Jasmine Ray cuts it off first. Lehman Rhodes under pressure. Ellis looks around. Where can she go? Good pass here to Lehman Rhodes. Made it work. Now she goes laterally there to Ray. Preston looks around. High pass to Lansing. Suleimani did enough. Cut it off for the time being. Lalanting looks around. Goes for Scott. Wants it back. And thumped away beautifully there by Suleimani. She's been magnificent today. Preston, Scott. Scott looks around. Got it to Wolfram Patel. And Wolfram Patel puts it through. It's a good shot at goal. 45-28 here, the way of the visitors. And another positional change here. So Cleo Mini's coming onto the court, moving into the wing defence position. Wicks is coming off for a rest. And Scott's gone it, looks around. Looks into that attacking third. Wolfram Patel goes for Lalanting. Lalanting kept it in play. Mini had the front position there, though. So Suleimani looks around. That's a good pass up the line here. Got it to Dowling. Dowling looks ahead. That's a good pass there to Mini. Now Ray. Here's Dowling. Dowling looks around. This is Morse. Morse now Dowling once again. This is Bayliss. Working it around here, Dowling. Dowling's got it back once again. Couple of passes around. This is Morse. That's a pretty good pass there. That time into Bayliss. Bayliss doesn't quite get it, cut up beautifully by Ray, and they're out here. Preston gets it moving pretty quickly. Scott's got it. What does she want to do? She gets it into Lalanting. Wolfram Patel's double teamed. Got it in. Lalanting's done pretty well there. And has the shot at goal, puts it through. Score is 45-29 here, the way of Seville. Couple of goals in a row here for the home team. But nonetheless, Seville still with a 16-goal advantage. That pass going straight to Morse. Short little pass there, try to cut it off was Preston, but Bayliss got onto it in the end. Now Morse. Looking around, cut off by Lehman Rhodes, but can't keep it in play, so Seville keep it for the time being. Morse just looks around. Where does she go? Bayliss came at her from the outside, but she goes to Ray on the inside. Ray, now Dowling. Back to Morse. Morse, that's a good pass there to Bayliss. And Bayliss puts it through, and it's a 17-goal lead, 46 to 29. Cut off beautifully there by Baker. That was absolutely magnificent. Morse over the top here to Dowling. Another pass here. This time it's Ray. And it's back to 18 goals, 47 to 29 here. The way here of Seville. And it's brought back in here. This is Dowling in the centre. Good little pass there. Thought Morse was affected there, but the umpire lets it go. Lehman Rhodes, however, lets it go out of bounds. So Minnie will take it. Short pass here to Dowling. Dowling looks around. Little bounce pass there that time to Ray. Dowling's got it once more. Back to Ray again. Ray looks around. Try to go with a fancy little bounce pass there to Bayliss. Couple of fumbles here for Seville. Have eventually recovered it. Now this is Ray for a 19-goal lead. And doesn't quite make it work. Although Bayliss has kept it in play, and Bayliss has put it through. And now it is a 19-goal advantage, 48 to 29 here, the way of Seville. Preston out of the centre, looks around, lateral pass here to Ray. Ray looks around, could have gone to Scott, went for Lalanting to Wolf and Patel, who's just going to have the shot at goal here, and doesn't quite get it. Lalanting struggling, getting it. Now what can she do? She can put it through for a goal, cut it back down to 18-goal lead, 48 to 30 here. Dowling wasting no time. She goes up ahead here to Morse. Morse looked around, went for, that was Bayliss that time. Bayliss tried to get it again, but Ellis cut it off. Ellis looks around, gets it to Preston. Where can Preston go? She goes laterally to Lehman Rhodes. Lehman Rhodes looks around. Good little pass here. Just had the height on that occasion there. Was Ray. Wolf and Patel, short pass to Lalanting. Lalanting went with a 1-2 pass to Preston. Now she'll have the shot, and she'll put it through, and the score's 48 to 31 here. Preston looks around. That's a good little pass there. This is a long pass and beautifully cut off there by Soleimani. She's done absolutely magnificent. Again, ball trickles out of bounds. It's still with Seville here for the time being. Minnie just looking around. Short pass to Dowling. Dowling up ahead here to Ray. Ray to Bayliss. It's a good pass. Bayliss had strong hands and accurate shooting and puts it through, and the score's 49 to 31 here. Now the way of Seville, and Dowling will take it in the centre. And she just goes backwards there for the time being to Minnie. Ray's got it, looks ahead for Morse, gets it to Morse. Morse, it was just a little bit over the head that time of Bayliss. Ellis looking around. Short pass here, Ellis has got it once more. Eventually working up the line here to Preston. Oh, Ray fumbled, had to knock it inside. She can't go inside that attacking third. That's a good pass to Lalanting, who has put it through right on the siren. Score is 49 to 32 here. That is it here for Division 1 A-grade netball. And it's Seville taking a 17-goal lead here and holding their top spot on the ladder. that is now 11 wins and 0 losses for Emerald. 6 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw.